find that the most transformative parts of life are when I am completely truthful with myself. In this world of social media, it is quite easy to start believing the person that you show the world online is the person you are in real life. Even if you are the most authentic person online, generally there are still parts of yourself that you hold back. And for me, those were the parts of life that I needed to examine and be the most truthful with myself about in order to move forward with a meaningful life. I think to survive in this world, we hold on to hope because in many ways, that's one of the best ways to make it through. However, at the same time, we suppress a whole lot of stuff because as Black people, as Black women, we have a lot to push through. What I realized a few years ago is in order for my life to have meaning, I had to determine what meaning meant for me. And so using many of the planning tools I was using then, I was able to break my life into 7 parts that I needed to examine a bit further. Those parts were health, which was definitely physical health, financial, self-explanatory, social, and that was both service and community, because part of community to me is service. Relationships, both partners and friends and just all the people around you. Career, which is generally a big part of most people's lives. We often think of career as a job, but career is a long-term thing. So career was another aspect of things. Well-being, which was both spiritual and self-care. And I think a lot of work has been done in that space for me alongside personal growth. For these areas of life, I asked and answered 3 really important questions that I needed to be the most truthful with myself about. First, what does this look like right now in this area? So what does my health look like right now? Number 2, why is it this way? So why is my health this way? And third, what is my ideal in this area? So what is my ideal health? And I think answering those questions is where I started to do the real work. Why was such a hard question when you're really truthful with yourself, right? Because it's very easy to say, well, my health isn't great because I'm broke. And so I'm just eating, whatever I can get. But that's not true, really. At the base level, my health wasn't great because I was emotionally eating. I was dealing with a lot of my feelings by eating bad, and that is a choice, right? But that's a hard truth to be hit with, right? Because then you have to be truthful with yourself about your self-control. The ideal for me seemed so much further away, but it was really, really important that I was truthful with myself about it. The answers to these questions are what put me on the path of changing my entire mindset around diet culture, fitness, and how I see my body. The answer to these questions led to my eventual financial stability. After assessing my net worth, even though I was completely broke, and you know when you broke, you broke. But I was able to truly figure out what I needed to learn in order to get to where I am now. It was hella depressing to look at my finances when I didn't have a job, but you can't fix it if you don't know how things really are overall, if you're not truthful. And knowing where I was and where I am now has really helped me with ensuring that I'm spending my money now and saving my money now in such a way that is in line with my goals. And I'm not falling for the traps that all the marketing in the world around me likes to try to pull me into. Now I realize answering these questions and being really truthful about where I was at the time was really important to me determining what would make my life meaningful. These are the basic parts of life. And if I can clearly determine what I need in these areas, then my life will be on a path that's meaningful. Now, one thing that I really had to make myself do when answering these questions was to really focus the answers on myself. I think as people in relationships with kids, with pets, etc., and especially as women, we are taught to be selfless, to prioritize the needs of others, and we have to fight that frequently. So in this path, I decided to be selfish. I'm spending 5 years investing in me, and that's not to the exclusion of others, not in any way, shape, or form. A partner, children, parents, pets can all add to my well-being. However, I can't fully participate in life if I haven't built a solid foundation of self-love, self-acceptance, and self-worth. It is very difficult to find joy in every day, in the little things, while unsure about what helps find fulfillment. I mean, back then I had to ask myself, does my life have passion in these areas? And if not, am I living life in a meaningful way? At its most basic level, determining what matters to me is what creates meaning. My confidence about who I am, where I want my life to lead, and who I want to be in this world is what will help me create a life full of meaning. So that was kind of long, and there's much more to come. But before I go, I did want to mention a book, because next month, at the end of the month, I will use a book that's kind of like a workbook to shape the next year. And I've been doing that every year since I started this plan. And I wanted to share it with you all just in case you wanted to do something like this. So that book is Your Best Year Yet by Jenny Ditzler. And like I said, it's more of a workbook. It helps reflect on the current year and helps you create better goals, like goals that are more achievable, and also helps you create a system for tracking them. And so I just wanted to mention this now, just in case anyone wanted to pick up a copy. I did want to mention it because I will be focusing on it later in this year. And if you do intend to buy this, this is not a new book, so definitely buy it used. I'm a big fan and proponent of buying used books. In the comments below, let me know what brings your life meaning. And until next time, be well, be safe, and find a bit of joy in every single day. Bye.